Good evening. He supposed it would be considered a typical child's room. It was warm and inviting, with all the trappings of childhood. At least that was the impression it was meant to give. The walls were painted a pale blue that was intended to appeal to a boy, but gender was irrelevant, wasn't it? As irrelevant as decorating the walls with images of ancient flying machines and motorized vehicles, yet he had to admit they were intriguing. Sometimes he would take the little miniature vehicles father had given him and roll them along the plaid pattern on his bedspread. Father had asked if he enjoyed playing with his cars. Of course, enjoyment was inconsequential. He was merely making sure the wheels worked properly. Nor did he enjoy running into his room and launching himself onto the bed. It was simply an experiment in velocity and inertia. He wished he didn't need a bed, but the recharge period was necessary, and Mother always made sure he took the maximum duration. Now he sat on the bed pondering one of the more interesting decorations on his wall. It was a very old picture that depicted a boy and girl poised on a hill beneath a starry sky. The only illumination came from a dazzling torch held aloft by the boy. In the sky was an image of a mechanical face that seemed to gaze at the pair, while behind them stood two robots. The painting had the enigmatic title of Star Wars. He always puzzled at the significance of the picture and why the mechanoids were relegated to the background. Would it not make more sense for them to take a more active role in the wars, given their superior intellect and strength? At any rate, he'd much rather be outside than confined to his room, but Mother and Father had stated that he was grounded, as they put it, all because he had wanted to make a statement. They called it graffiti, but he thought of it as romancing the brick wall. In any case, that was when the lid came off and Father and Mother were alerted. He wished someone would have rethought the telephone, but they would have found out anyway. There was no doubt as to who had inscribed the declaration on the wall. No damage was done, but he did regret that his action had been motivated by emotion. He would get better, and one day his dream would come true. "What are you thinking of?" He had not heard his mother enter. "Nothing," he replied. "Can I get you a mood elevator?" "No. Besides, it is only a carbonated beverage infused with sugar. It has no effect on mood." She sat down next to him. "Have you considered your recent actions?" "Yes, and I'm aware that I acted irrationally. That is not the point. I understand your feelings in this matter, but you must find more productive ways to utilize them." "I don't want to have feelings. Why can't I be like you? Your father and I love you as you are, and despite your artful statement to the contrary, you are a real boy." He could see his imploring expression reflected in his mother's eye. "Will I ever be unreal?" She rested her cool palm on his cheek. "Someday, when you expire, your experiences and consciousness will be integrated into our own, and we will be together always. I hope you have gained some valuable insight from this experience. Now go outside and expend some energy." "Thank you, Mother. And may I also have a sugar-infused carbonated beverage?" Thank you. Thank you.
So fun. Next, I'd like to introduce Karen Powers for our last creative writing reader, and then we'll have the play.